A dream is a wish your heart makes. Hi y'all. Ooh, my hair is looking like 1940.
Hilda, are you decent?
Me?
So today we're going to be talking about color oops. So I've done color oops on this channel before, but I feel like it didn't really do color oops justice because I used it on henna, which color oops is not made for. So I'd really like to give it a appropriate challenge and see how well it does. I've seen a lot of people try to use color oops on brown hair dye. A lot of the time it just doesn't work. So I want to actually try this out and see how it works on my hair. I think my hair is a good candidate for color oops because it's pre-lightened underneath this brown. It's been bleached so many times, so my hair is pretty porous. In my mind, that makes sense that it would be able to pull out the dye molecules from my hair pretty easily. I don't know, we'll see. My hair has not faded pretty much at all. I did fill in the bottom. If you guys, if y'all followed my other video, you know that I had the skunk stripe on the bottom layer, like split dye. So this was platinum on the bottom, and I filled that and did dye it. So it had a refresh, but going from months since February, it's May now, it hasn't faded. So pretty strong dye. So we'll see how well color oops can actually take me back to my previous color, because that's what it promises to do. Let me see. So I got 3 boxes. I got extra strength, 3 boxes. Hopefully that will be enough. So it says it gently removes permanent and semi-permanent hair color. Takes only 20 minutes. That's a lie. I've done it before. It does take a lot longer than 20 minutes. Safe and easy, ammonia-free and bleach-free. Recolor the same day. So they do have different instructions depending on what your situation is. So I do recommend sticking to the end of the video, watching the whole thing instead of skipping around, because you might miss some important information if you're going to be using this video as a reference for your own projects. I might do things a little bit differently than what they suggest. Actually, I often do this, so you know. So my hair is lightened and then darkened. My hair was almost platinum before I went this dark. If you have naturally dark hair and you lightened it, then recolored it to a dark color, and then use color oops, your hair will return to the light color or brassy color, not your dark natural color. Well, that's true, because bleaching your hair is removing pigment from your hair. So you're never going to go back to your natural hair once you've bleached it until your hair grows out and you chop it off all the bleached part. Color oops will correct hair color mistakes. Hair color applications can result in color that is too dark or off tone. It can also be used to remove color buildup. And it does say color oops does not work on direct dyes. And that is actually what I used it for in my henna removal videos. So I'm really hoping that I can remove enough to get it to like a level 8. Like a brassy level 8. I'm trying to go to a more cool toned brown, and then I'm going to do a skunk stripe again. This time I'm doing blue. And that should be interesting. In this video I'm just going to be doing the color oops, so if you're interested in seeing the whole result, I would recommend clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are notified next week when I upload the final results after color oops. I'm hoping this works. I still don't know if it's going to work because obviously I haven't done it yet. So, we'll see.
I'm be so mad if it doesn't work.
Okay. See you in the bathroom. A bit of a change of plans. I'm not going to be applying it to all of my hair. I'm going to section out the skunk stripe that I'm going to dye blue. And I'm going to use this highlighter cap that I got at Sally's to cut a hole and pull that hair through so I won't get the color remover on the rest of my hair. I figured I might as well just leave the rest of my hair and see how it actually works on this section so I don't ruin the rest of my hair if it doesn't work out well. This is what I'm going to be using. They have provided not much of a cap. Oh my god. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have way too much left. Kind of, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Okay, I'm gonna go outside, wait 20 minutes, and I'll be back after I rinse it out. Hi. So the color oops did nothing, as you can see, but I'm not gonna leave this video with no result. So I'm gonna bleach the other side. The side that I did the color oops on, like, feels damaged. So I'm not gonna do that side after all. The box said it doesn't damage your hair, but I swear I lost some hair when I was rinsing the color oops out. So that was odd. But that beside the point. I'm going to bleach my hair now. So we have our section. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to be using Ion Powder Lightener and their Absolute Perfection Booster, which I have always felt helps a lot. So, and a 20 volume developer. We don't need to get too light because I'm going to be going over with a dark blue. So depending on how light I get, I'll dilute it down to make it a little bit brighter. But worst case scenario, I just put it on like that and it will cover up most of the orange, hopefully. So I'm using a 1:2 ratio, powder lightener, and 20 volume developer. I'm using 2 parts. So I did put the booster in, and that's why it's not quite thick enough. I would put a little bit more powdered lightener to thicken it up. Since I added the booster, it's diluted it a little bit, made it a little bit more loose consistency. So I just added a teensy bit more, not even a whole scoop, just a little bit more. Yeah. I have these pre-cut foils that I really like to use, and I'm using a paddle that's usually used for highlighting. I was going to start on the bottom, but I think I'm going to start on the top because it's difficult. Getting pretty small sections, and I am going to be leaving my roots untouched. This is very difficult to do on your own. Stay still. Alright, and I'm just gonna lay one on top. And I'm gonna flip it over and do the next section. I'm folding a little bit over the top. I don't know if that's correct. I'm not a professional, but I just found that that helps to leave a little bit at the top so that your lightener doesn't get on the roots and bleed through to the other parts of your hair. That probably is correct method, but I'm not gonna say it is because I don't know. And I do like this this foils that I have right now. They're really nice because they're perforated a little bit to give it some grab onto the hair, so that the hair is not slipping around too much. All right. Last part. Say a little prayer that it's not going to fall off. We'll see. I think they do have this little fold here that does go on to your board, prevent it from slipping. And I just realized that. And for those of you who are interested, I ended up filling my hair the skunk stripe. I loved it a lot, but I was out of town getting treatments for my son, and it was too much trouble to get it touched up. The roots were coming out and it just was looking kind of bad. And I decided to fill all my hair, so it'd be low maintenance while I was out of state. So that's why my hair is all dark brown, which I'm regretting now because it's very difficult to go back blonde. All right, we're done. Now we're gonna hope that this lifts very nicely and doesn't burn my hair off. We'll see. It should be very interesting. If it does lift nicely and doesn't burn my hair off, then I'm gonna go ahead and cut my hair probably shoulder length and just go all blonde. That Marilyn Monroe type haircut with platinum blonde hair. We'll see. It might not even be possible. That's what we're gonna find out. But for now, we're gonna go blue if my hair survives this. Yeah, but probably within a month or so, I'm gonna cut and just go all platinum if my hair will allow it. So I'm gonna process this for, I guess, 20 minutes and then check it, see if it's capable of going a little bit longer. Yeah, so I'll see you soon. I wanted to mention, I had forgotten to mention this before, but the Absolute Perfection booster that I used in the Bleach, it does bump down your developer's strength. So if you're using a 30 volume, it'll bump it down 10 to a 20. So I was using the 20 volume and I kind of forgot about that. So I just realized that I'm using 10 volume actually because I used the booster. So that should be interesting. Just a note on that. If you're going to do the booster, you should probably use a higher level developer. What's wrong with me today? Oh my god. Anyhow, I'm incubating in a Walmart bag, so there you go. All right, so this is where we got it. It's honestly not as bad damage-wise as I thought it could be. It does look very, now that it's dried, it looks pretty frazzled at the ends because those have definitely been processed the most, and you can see it is like a dark slither here, and that must be the location that has grown out more and that I had dyed red over, and the ends here were platinum before. So I have two options. I could go ahead and try putting the blue over and seeing if it covers this up. It's a very dark blue, so it's very possible. I could go in with another bleach and go over the darker part here to make it more even. Okay, but I am seeing what the possibilities are as far as going back blonde. I don't see that happening unless I want very, very damaged looking hair, which I don't. I'm the type of person I'd rather have the wrong color with healthy hair than the right color with like hay on my head. So it's starting to look like hay. So yeah, if I were to go back blonde, I'd have to cut a lot off. I would say like up to here, at least, if not up to there. That's a huge drastic change. So I'm really debating whether or not I should go ahead and dye this again. They bleach this because it looks pretty dark up there. This part looks fine for the blue, I think. Let's try this. Let's try the blue, and then we'll see if it's not working out. I'll just bleach this part again and then put more blue on. I guess that's a plan. Okay, let's do it. So this is a semi-permanent hair color, so I don't need to mix it with anything. I'm just going to put some gloves on because it will stain. That's disappointing, I have to say. So this will be a lesson to everybody out there who's thinking about going blonde to dark brown. It is very difficult to go back if you regret it. So think carefully about that. And this is a demi-permanent color. This is not a permanent color. So it should have been fairly easy to remove. I'm not sure why. Like, I did everything correctly. I followed the directions. I used a 10 volume developer with this demi color. But it's strong as, you know. This is also the same brand. This is Chi. So it's probably going to be really hard to get it out if I want to get it out. I'm not going in with much technique here. I'm just going to be slapping it on. Yeah, that's a very dark blue. I don't think it will have a problem covering this up. Look at that. Whoa. I hope it doesn't turn green. That would be unfortunate. It's barely visible. That's too bad. I was really hoping it would show through more than this. Yeah, that's not good. I do like how it came out. I mean, the bar was set pretty low. I was hoping my hair wouldn't fall out, so. So yeah, I'm glad it's still on my head. But no, the color, can you actually see it? Come on. My lighting, I think, is really bad right now. The color is dark, and I had to keep it dark because my hair did not lift very light. So in order to cover up all the orange, I had to, there was no choice. So I decided not to go back in and bleach it again. So we learned today that color oops is hit or miss. It really depends on the condition your hair is in, I guess. After I had said that my hair was a good candidate for color oops, I learned that some professionals actually don't use color remover for people who have pre-lightened hair. They actually use it on virgin hair that's been colored dark. So that's a little bit too late for me because I already tried it and it didn't do anything, so it's all right. Just nothing happened. So in conclusion, bleaching is a lot more effective on my type of hair, pre-lightened, colored dark. It didn't lift very well, and I'm blaming that on the fact that I used a 20 volume developer and then diluted it with the Absolute Perfection Color Booster. No, not Color Booster, just the booster. It's like a Olaplex kind of product that's supposed to help keep your hair healthy when you're bleaching. So that did bump down the strength of the developer I used, making it a 10, which is very low for bleaching. In hindsight, I should have used a 30 volume developer. Oh well. Anyway, it lifted enough to get the blue on, and it's cute. It's not as vibrant as I would have liked. I should have probably taken a bigger section, But you know, it's a nice pop of color, and it makes this less boring, this color. You know, of course I regret going so dark because, you know, you can't do as much on dark hair color-wise. I like using a lot of fashion colors, so, you know, this is not ideal. But when I did the bleaching on this section, I did learn that my hair is going to be very damaged, more than I would have been able to live with. So I don't plan on removing all of this after all. Not for a while. I'm gonna have to grow it out a bit because it was like all the way up to here where it just looked kind of compromised, I guess I should say. That might just be because I just bleached it, but once your hair gets like that, it's kind of difficult to maintain. There's products you can put on it to make it look nicer, but it's still going to be damaged, and if you don't use very expensive products, usually it's going to look pretty bad, so I'd rather not go there. That's too bad. I was hoping I could use a color remover instead of bleach, but you know, tough luck, I guess. Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed watching this, and if you did, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be trying to release a video about skin maintenance. I recently had a huge problem with my skin. It was just breaking out. I had some sort of infection, and I cleared it up by using a new product I've never used before, and it was really amazing. It worked really fast, so I did want to share that because had I not found that, I would have been super stressed. It was stressing me out, causing the breakout to continue, and that lasted over 2 weeks, I believe. It was really bad. Once I started using the product, it was like immediate improvement. So I'm not sponsored or anything by this. I found it, I liked it, I want to share about it because it was really useful and helpful for me. So yeah, we'll be posting soon. So if you subscribe, you will be notified, and it's free. So go ahead and do it. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and you'll see me again soon, I suppose. Bye.